The GloryHunter La Liga campaign is well on track thanks to yesterday's victory against Real Madrid and continued victories in other games. Continued defeats for Real Madrid in their alternative fixtures as well. The gap has been as much as 11 at the top of the table. It is now just 2 with many more games to come. Still 9 games left in the season. 27 points available to be won. If we can go on a continued unbeaten streak, which is currently 7, well, I'd rather go on a winning streak rather than just an unbeaten streak, then the title is very much there for the taking. Espanyol, Real Sociedad and Real Betis will be the 3 today, with a couple of simulated games against Bayern Munich in the Champions League in between. And it's Atletico Madrid away, Barcelona in the Cup final, and Valencia tomorrow. We're not far away from the end of the season. We're not far away from finding out if we're going to add any more trophies to the trophy room. But we can only do it one game at a time, so we shall start with Espanyol. Thumbs up, subscribe, let's win. Espanyol with Caprile in goal, Araujo, Friedrich, Richards and Ralston. Saw Pepelu, Ndombele, Sertdemir and Maya with a 5 in midfield, with then Salinas up top, Francisco Salinas. Espanyol previously in this save have had some very capable players. They're not quite as good now as they used to be, which hopefully will make them slightly easier to beat, especially at home, and especially with the form that we're in right now. Isak, well, runners all around. Let's go out wide then to Elise. And then look for Roberto in the middle. Oh, so close. Try and nod this down. Maybe try it again with Elise. Spin the defender. He's done that very nicely. Tuck that back. Ketfrenturam, no. Oh, I was supposed to go back to Roberto. Balls. First chance comes. First chance goes. For us, at least. But turns out Salinas is quite quick. Struggling to keep up with him. Here's Saw, the winger. They've got an extra man. They don't need him. Sertdemir makes it Espanyol 1, Malaga 0 with a brilliant finish on the counter-attack from our chance. Oh. Sule. Solid tackle from Anthony Ralston. I don't like this. They're so direct, Espanyol. And it's working. They're not messing about with it like some teams and trying to play little square balls or fancy little intricate flicks. They are just getting the ball and head down, sprint to goal. And I can't deal with it at the minute. We have a task on our hands here, gents. A task that could be made easier if Alexander Isak can get in behind here and then tuck this away. The task is made easier. It's 1-1. I quite like Alexander Isak. Don't know whether you noticed. That's a great ball. Saw him behind. Oh, and he gets a little bit fortunate. Tanganga dives in. Wins the ball, crucially. No penalty here, as there was against Sevilla yesterday. And Ndombele delivers. Oof. Garrido taking things into his own hands. Not trusting the man on the post and doing the job himself. Nearly at half-time. Nearly behind again. But for the time being... Oh, clinging on to a point. That point could soon turn into potentially 3. Lovely run by Ketfrenturam. I don't fancy him though. Isak, however, full trust in. 2-1! Let's win that La Liga title. It's going to open up for Espanyol here if we're not careful. Salinas to Maya. Pantea. There's the press, but we'll just dink it over the press. And then all of a sudden, we're on the attack and they look vulnerable. Elise out to Reguilon, quickly into Elise again, looking for Roberto. What a save! Gordon Banks. Unbelievable stop by the keeper from such close range. Wow! Sule round the corner. Tuck it back, looking for Sule. Finding Isak. I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to shoot and I've pressed pass. How the shit has the goalkeeper kept that Roberto effort out? That's unbelievable. I mean, it might be that Roberto hasn't put it into the corner, which it looks like he certainly hasn't, just going for shot power, but off the shin, onto the inside of the post, and then away by a defender. Unbelievable. So very nearly game done and dusted, but it still could go either which way. Espanyol are dangerous on the counter-attack. We're countering on each other, basically. They counter on me. I get the ball. They then press, leave space, and I counter on them. Then I don't score. then they press on counter on me. Rinse, repeat. Everybody's knackered by the end of 90 minutes, but eventually someone will come out the winner. That someone's going to be us. Alexander Isak at it again. Gonna have to go backwards, and I'll have it back. Ta very much. That's going to be game. Simple victory for us. Well, I say simple, actually. It really wasn't a simple victory for us here against Espanyol. Roberto's run down a blind corridor there, but that's going to be game. 3-1 victory for us at home against the second team in Barcelona. We face the first team in Barcelona in the Copa del Rey final a little bit later on in the season, but another match ball for Alexander Isak, who's on fire since finding himself into the starting lineup more regularly than not, thanks to the injury to Milan Czech. Valencia, do me a favour. I don't know whether they did or not. We'll find out after Bayern Munich. Let's go and sim that. Leg 1 of the Champions League quarter-finals. We saw PSG off in quite ridiculous fashion, although we did lose the away leg by a 0-0. Now, Bayern have a Manuel Neuer regen in goal, who's 88 rated. Ferran Torres up top for them is also 88 rated. They're playing a 4-2-2-2. So there might be some extra space in midfield for us in this game. We've also taken an early 1-goal lead thanks to Alexander Isak. Nobody can seemingly stop him this season. They're not amazing, Bayern, with their lineup. There's certainly some weaknesses in there and some lower rated players. Some 82s, some 83s, rather than the 5s and 6s that you expect to see throughout Bayern's team. Arguably, I'd say we are a better squad. Certainly a better 11, despite not having any 88 rated outfield players. We've got a higher average rating, all told, I'd say. And as such, I'd like to think we can actually get ourselves through to the semis here over the course of 2 legs today. And if we can score a second here, which we have done, Alexander Isak is quite literally untouchable right now. Are they going to get one back? They might. They might. Oh! Jeez Louise, they nearly did. Off the post. It's as close as Bayern have come. And on the counter from that, oh, Isak nearly whipped that into the far top corner to give us a 3-0 lead at half-time. We are still 2 to the good. We need to make sure we keep the points tally ticking over with maximum hauls. Oh my God, Alexander Isak back-to-back hat-tricks in the La Liga table. Isak's just untouchable. Well and truly untouchable. We thought Roberto was good. We know Roberto is good. But apparently Alexander Isak is another level above. Who knew there was another level to go to? Malero pulls one back for Bayern. Maybe it's not all done yet. Final whistle sounds. It's a 3-1 away leg win for us and Borussia Dortmund in an all-German tie. And the other side of the quarter-final draws, it is Malaga top of the table is what it is. Real Madrid have lost again. Who to this time? Valencia away at home even by 3-2. The 11-point gap is gone. We lead the league by a point. One of the biggest collapses at the top of the table we've seen for a very long time. Real Madrid are throwing their potential title away. It's now solely, entirely in our hands. We have the opportunity to win La Liga if we win all of our remaining games. Let's start with Real Sociedad. Sociedad are not bad, you know. Agustin Rossi in goal for them. Patterson, Giallo, McKenna, McMillan, Lopez Nova, Guevara, Baranachea, Przelik, and Santiago Jimenez. They're half decent. We call them Real Sociedad because of the automatic subtitles that YouTube videos sometimes get given. When I say Real Sociedad, or Sociedad, it registered it as Sociedad. And as such, we've stuck with Real Sociedad since. Alright, Nathan Patterson, can you calm down, please, sir? It's a lovely ball in as well. Thankfully, Pantea's dealt with it. Sociedad mean business. Whoa! Swing and a miss. Oh, hello. That was nice. Baronachea, I don't like this. Thank you, Garrido. Catch it! Thank you, Garrido. Muchas gracias, amigo mío. 0-0 still after 20 mins. Elise to Roberto. The goal machine, Alexander Isak's on the run. I get very lucky there. No, I don't. It was handball by Roberto. Elise to Isak. Not had much going forward in this game so far. Malaga. I don't know why I said Malaga. I think I was half about to say Mallorca. Antonio Silva cuts out nicely. He would have been offside if he'd gone for it. That secondary striker there, thankfully. It would have been very awkward. Quite embarrassing to go 1-0 down in quite such fashion. Isak's made a good run. I can't find him though, but we will get this to Pantea. He'll find Roberto. Look at Kefren Turam in the middle. Kefren Turam's been stepping up with quite a few goals of late. That's going to rebound out for a corner for us. And maybe from the set piece, we can get ourselves a lead. Bulat will float it. And it really is floated. Antonio Silva. High and well wide. Bulat. Sule able to ride the challenge and squeeze that to Pantea. We have not been great in this game so far. Up step. Alexander Isak. 3 minutes 20 of the second half is all it's taken. He's a god. I didn't think anyone would be able to impress more in a Malaga shirt in the final third than Roberto. But Alexander Isak is questionably doing just that. On his left foot, outside the boot, top bins. Roberto with the assist, no less. And his 18th goal in 19 games ensures that he's very nearly caught Roberto up now. What a signing Japhet Tanganga has turned out to be. Antonio Silva's really firmed us up defensively as well. That's a lovely ball. Oh, so very nearly Roberto there, trying to do the old Harry Kane slide in and loft it past the keeper. He did do that last season. He's not been able to replicate it on his left foot, unfortunately. Przelic can't get past Reguilon this time either. The new signings we've made in this save have almost always been the right ones. When you make so many changes throughout the course of a longer term rebuild like this, you run the risk of multiple dud signings that just don't work because you've got so many areas to try and improve. But here at Malaga, I don't think we've made many that haven't worked out either extremely well or at least done a job. Only really Jan Couto I can think of off the top of my head that was just, quite frankly, not good enough. Looking for the ball to the back post for Roberto, slightly under hit. Elise out-muscled. Bulat will find Kefren Turam, and Matthias Sule will find Isak. Hold it up. Poor pass. 10 minutes to hold on. It is still only a narrow 1-0 lead. And we are desperate to hold on to it. Reguilon just bounced off the man now. Now they're in. Uh-oh. Torriente's off the bench. Uh-oh. Garrido. I love you. Reguilon. He's out-muscled off it when trying to play the pass. Jimenez now with options. More so are arriving. Tanganga's in the way. Get out. Just needed to get rid of that, and we have done so. A narrow margin of victory on this occasion. We might have been a little bit free scoring in the past 2 or 3 episodes, but a couple of narrow victories thrown into the mix are keeping the wheels moving in our attempt to win La Liga this season. If Real Madrid want to drop more points in the meantime, then that would be absolutely lovely to allow us the occasional slip-up of our own. But at the minute, we don't look like slipping up. Going to fully rotate the team as well as we sim the second leg against Bayern Munich. And then we will play Betis at the end of the day. Second leg against Bayern then. We have, understandably, with a game against Real Betis in not too many days' time and a 3-1 first leg aggregate lead, done what we did against PSG and rotated the team. Elise is the only first team player that has to start here because, of course, of injuries elsewhere in the squad. But we should hopefully be able to at least not lose by 2 in this one. We only lost by 1 against PSG. Oh, we could have given ourselves a 4-1 advantage on aggregate there if Bernabé had found the back of the net. What a start it would have been to this one at home. At least we're at home in the second leg here rather than away as we were previously. To have won 3-1 at the Allianz is actually quite remarkable considering the strength of that Bayern side. I expect them to dominate this one and to get a victory, but whether it's enough to see us off on aggregate, I don't think so. We might well be Champions League semi-final bound in the not too distant future. Don't foul him. Probably should have fouled him. Hugo Duro makes it 3-2 on aggregate with the first goal of this second leg. And we won't get nervous yet. I just don't want extra time because of the busy fixture list coming up with Betis in 4 days' time and then Atleti 2 days after that. Just don't want extra time, and we won't have extra time. We are, along with Borussia Dortmund, a Champions League semi-final side. Real Madrid also through, and Liverpool on penalties as well. So 2 Spaniards, a German and an Englishman, all in the semi-finals of the Champions League. We shall end the day with Real Betis. And who do we have in the Champions League semis? The answer is, of course, Real bloody Madrid. Oh well, not to worry. We've beaten them in the league. We'll beat them again in the cup. Although we will sim those, of course. Let's go and play and beat Betis. Would you believe it? Match day 32, when we played Real Sociedad, Real Madrid lost away from home against Getafe. If we can beat Betis here, we can go 4 points clear at the top and make it a 15-point swing in the La Liga title race, which is just truly remarkable. Aaron Ramsdale in goal for them, however. It's not going to be easy against this Betis team. Kiana Hoover, Aidu, Barbosa, and an 85 rated Aaron Hickey. Akuoko and Onana sat holding. Gonzalo Plata, Nikola Zalewski, Eduard Michut, and Sasha Kalajic will be trying to get the goals past us going the other way. With Atletico Madrid in 3 days' time after this one, we can afford a slip up in one of those 2 games thanks to Real Madrid's defeat to Getafe. And if there's one where we're more likely to slip up, it's the next one after this, where we're going to have a more fatigued side against a better opposition. But I wanted to try and ensure we got the 3 points in this one to allow us to slip up in the next. I didn't want to rotate for this a little bit, end up losing this one and then still losing against Atleti and missing the opportunity to go significantly clear at the top of the La Liga table. That's a great ball if he can keep that in, which he has done well. And Thuram will dart forward. Alexander Isak can't get it under control, though. There will be no early Malaga goal. It's good football from Betis. Sasha Kalajic in a good position. Michu. Oh, Gonzalo Plata's really good as well. We trail away from home. We will stay top if we do lose. But obviously still only by that single point. There's 6 games to go after this one. Don't like that animation when it's straight at the keeper and they just kind of fall over and push out at it. That was a savable shot for the goalkeeper. He's let himself down there, Garrido. But I don't suppose it's really him letting himself down. It's more the game letting him down than it is anything else. It's not his fault that that went in, per se. Let's try and recover. We've come from behind in games before. We shall look to do it again. He's in quite sensational form, Alexander Isak. You need him to be for the remainder of this game because Betis are dominating so far and we can't seem to find the opportunity to get an equaliser. And we might need 2 if we're to equalise. Gonzalo Plata was onside, which I don't think he was. We would have needed 2. But he wasn't, so we don't. Thuram driven. Hoover's in the way. We're going to be behind at half-time, but will it be 1 or 2? It might be 2. They shouldn't get the chance to take corners in this situation, and it does annoy me that the game allows play to continue. Like, they've had their shot. The 1 minute is gone. They shouldn't get the corner. Especially more play since the corner. He blows his whistle there this time at least, but I'd have been pissed. It's still 1-0 though, and I don't know as we've had many shots in this one. Have a look at the match facts. 1 to their 3. Had more of the ball. Can't beat their defensive line. Win that header. Well done. Thuram brings it down. It's going to fall kindly for us. Around the corner. Come on, Michael. Come on, Michael. No, ref! Oh, is there not a foul in there if he's stumbling trying to... Oh, come on. Is that not a foul? Maybe not. Soulé, Thuram, Isak, looking for Elise. Win that header, Weller. Roberto! No, mate! That's not what you do! Free kick, Tanganga short to Kefren Turam. Roberto's there, as is Isak. Here comes Pantea. Ugh. I just can't get it to go in. I just can't get the ball to go in the back of the net. Bula, Turam, Matthias Sule. No, not back there. That's not where I aimed it at all. Give me that back. 25 minutes to go. I'm still behind here. We've had much better play in this second half, but we still can't score. Elise, time it right for Isak. His footwork lets him down, which it doesn't normally do. Elise's got Kefren Turam there. Roberto, please, sir. Please, sir. Score a goal. Oh, just can't do it. I'm going to lose by a goal to nil. I'm absolutely gutted. Devastated. Oh, if I'd have won that back, maybe we could have one final chance. We're still top of the table, so it's not the end of the world. But, oh, we could have made ourselves so much more comfortable at the top of the table. Defeat to Betis keeps things tasty in La Liga, and I don't like the taste of that. Join me tomorrow, where we'll face Atletico. Our unbeaten streak comes to an end. I don't want to edit Ted Lasso, thank you very much. I want to have a look at the calendar. It's Atletico to begin with. Then it's Barcelona in the Copa del Rey final. We'll sim the game against Real Madrid in the Champions League and play Valencia in La Liga before then simming the second leg against Real Madrid as well. We're playing on the Wednesday. If Real Madrid played on the Tuesday, they haven't. The gap is 1 point. Crucially, if they draw level with us, we will continue to be above them on the head-to-head from this season. So we're effectively, technically, unofficially 2 points clear at the top, if that is even a thing. Plus goal difference is heavily in our favour anyway, if the head-to-head were level with Real Madrid, which it's not. Come on. Tomorrow, we've got to beat Atleti, and then we might add something to the trophy room. I'll see you tomorrow.